Good morning everybody and welcome to our second day at Disneyland Paris. I'm very excited for today because we're dedicating today to Walt Disney Studios Park, and this will probably be one of the last times that we go to Walt Disney Studios Park with it being called Walt Disney Studios. It's going to be a very special vlog to go and film before it changes to Disney's Adventure World, which is very exciting for sure. But today I think we're going to go and flick between both parks because this is our last kind of like full day that we have before having to like travel home and that kind of thing. So we're going to go and spend as much of it as we can in Walt Disney Studios, but I'm sure we'll go and make our way over to Disneyland Park also because we definitely need to go and tick off a few more things over there. If you're seeing my face for the first time, then a big hello from me. My name is Sam and I host lots of Disney, theatre, travel and lifestyle content. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely go and hit the subscribe button, and also go and check out my Instagram, Journeys with Sam, because I post lots of things over there too, lots of exclusive content, tips, tricks, so definitely go and check me out over there. But it's just turn 8 o'clock and the park opens in half an hour for the early magic hour, so I feel like we're mostly ready, but I think it's a little bit drizzly outside. Oh, I realised that you can actually go and open up that door. So yeah, we don't have a balcony, but we can open up this door. Look at that view. It's literally stunning. When I saw it yesterday, I wasn't actually that impressed, but I mean, it's nothing particularly special. It's not like we're at Disneyland Hotel and we've got like a view of like the Fantasia Gardens, but I love all the trees. It's literally so stunning. We actually slept like babies last night. It was so good. Even Mum said like, that is a good hotel bed. The beds are so comfortable. It's definitely like, you can tell it's a 4-star hotel. It's literally beautiful. The theming, just, it was like probably the best night's sleep I've ever had at Disneyland Paris. Like, the pillows were really nice. You could tell the mattresses, they just seemed different to what I remember them being like at Sequoia Lodge and Santa Fe and Cheyenne. So it definitely does feel a little bit more quality. The only thing I have to say, the shower really was quite weak. It wasn't a strong, powerful shower. And that's what I love about when you go to a hotel, having a powerful shower that like almost massages you after a long day. That was not the one. It's like a handheld shower, and I felt like to actually get it to wash like the soap off my body, I had to actually hold the handheld shower rather than just be able to like let it stand up. So that was a little bit frustrating. That's my only criticism that I have. But they do have a bath here as well, which I might be tempted to have a bath later on tonight actually when we come back. This is my outfit check of the day. So I'm wearing my Captain America ears because obviously we're going to be in the studios in Avengers Campus, so it's just fitting to actually wear them because I just don't think I've worn them ever. I actually really don't think I have, so I actually really like these ears. Then I'm going for something very different. If you watch my packing video, you'll know this already, but I'm somebody who always goes and wears Disney t-shirts, Disney Spirit jerseys, but I've actually decided to change it up. This overshirt, which is actually really nice in this like grey, white, check sort of pattern, really like that. I've got this t-shirt on which says Los Angeles County. Also really like that. Black jeans, and then also my Dr. Martens as well, because I feel like these are definitely good for Disneyland Paris in the winter months. Even the cast members wear Dr. Martens, I noticed, so it's obviously a good boot to have, so I love wearing my Dr. Martens. It kind of gives me Peter Parker vibes. Like Peter Parker, he wears like overshirts, doesn't he? I'm sure he does, so there we go. I'm quite happy with that. I've also got my FEL Raven Comic-Con backpack, which is all full with everything that I need for the day. So with that being said, let's go and head out to the parks. Turn the lights off. It's actually such a gorgeous morning right now. I love this walk to the parks in the morning. It literally only takes like 15 minutes, but as you can tell by the floor, it's definitely been raining, but I didn't realise it had rained this much, but the floor is like so shiny from it. This is a very cute wall for Disney Village. Never seen that before. It must be new. I've never seen that. But I love that. Very springtime. Although this is all closed and under construction. This here is going to be a beautiful building when it's all kind of built and all ready. It's a small world. But yeah, I can't wait to actually see this all open. Hopefully not too long. Oh, we've been Billy Bob's before. That was very good. I enjoyed that. Oh yeah, we've made it to Walt Disney Studios. This line here is for the extra magic hour, and then the one over there is for all other guests. But it feels so good to actually be here right now. Our first spot is actually going to be going and getting a picture just here in front of the iconic Walt Disney Studios sign. It'll be one of the last pictures that I have in front of it. And I'm not gonna lie, this park is probably the worst of all Disney parks that there is. Like in terms of like the Hollywood Studios kind of studios theme park, It's really not that great at all. It's very, very small. I'm very excited that they are changing it to Disney Adventure World, but I do feel like I'm not a fan of the name, and that's one thing that I feel like I've said since the beginning. Maybe it will grow on me, but Disney Adventure World just doesn't fit right with me. I love the fact that it's that whole studio theme, and that's obviously, that is going, so that does make me feel quite sad. One thing though that this park does do right every single time without fail is the music. It's just the cutest soundtrack ever as you walk in. It's so weird because Studio One is actually closed for refurbishment at the moment, so we're not going to be walking through it. It'll be my first time ever not walking through Studio One. This park is going to be absolutely shocking when it comes to construction walls and all that kind of stuff. But we're here at Walt Disney Studios for probably is going to be one of the last times, maybe one more time of us going into this park on this trip. But it's stunning, isn't it? And from looking at the plans, I think that the Eiffel Tower is actually going to stay, but obviously it will say Disney Adventure World on there. I feel like I'm so glad they have decided to keep that because that is the most iconic part of this for sure. I absolutely love seeing the Eiffel Tower. But this area, I'm not sure how much it will change, but it's definitely not going to look like a studios anymore. It's going to look like an adventure, whatever that is meant to look like. I also really hope they keep all of this like Fantasia theme that they have up at the front. I love this like Fantasia Mickey that's up there. So yeah, we've got Studio One over here, and this will be what the new studio looks like. So it'll be Disney Theatre World Premiere. So this is what this area is going to be. But look how incredible this is. As you go in closer, it's actually pictures of people that are making up this like bigger picture. I think the only thing it has is the Disney World Premiere, but it's making it look like exactly what Studio One is going to turn into. That is literally the most beautiful thing ever. And then this is what it's actually going to look like when it's all done. Fingers crossed next year. I was actually hoping for this year. I can't believe they've delayed it again. But obviously we can see this is the existing Toy Story Playland area with RC Racer there. And it will lead out to this lovely big walk over here where you've got like this whole Tangled ride and attraction, which is going to be a little bit like teacups on water, I think. And then it's going to lead all the way up to this really giant lake in the middle where I'm sure they're going to put some nighttime spectaculars. And there's also going to be the world of Frozen. And do you know what? Seeing this and seeing all the plans of everything they have for the future for this park is exactly what this park has needed. Disney have actually listened and they've realised that this park just has a lot of hate, and you know, it has all the like classic iconic attractions that you'd want. Crush's Coaster is a great coaster here. Tower of Terror is probably one of the best here, but it just needs a little bit more, and I feel like having its big re-theme it's going to be having is exactly what's needed. It's taken a long time for them to realise that, but you know, it's going to be perfect. It's definitely not the same going through this way. I would much prefer to go into Studio One, but obviously we can't right now. So this is how you actually get into the studios, almost like a behind the scenes tour, but it doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to look, to be honest. And there is my favourite Tower of Terror. Oh wow, and here is where all the construction walls begin. It's real craziness. There's literally these walls everywhere. I'm actually really glad they have this at the front. So these are the directions to different places. You can literally either go left and follow the construction walls this way over to like Avengers Campus. You can go and follow these walls here. I love this way over here. Crush's Coaster, Ratatouille, Toy Story Playland, and they are following them walls in that direction. But as you can see, it is just literally walls everywhere. Do you know, it actually even sounds like a building site. You can hear the machinery and everything. Like it's the least magical Disney park that currently exists. Like it's just craziness. It really is so strange to actually be here right now, and actually it's quite hard to navigate around. I think that's why they have signposts everywhere. If you are getting here, I always say go and rope drop if possible Crush's Coaster, because that always gets the longest line. It's a very slow moving queue, so if you can try and get to the park maybe like 15-20 minutes early, get into the queue before the gates even open, and then go onto Crush's Coaster straight away. People do run for it, even though you're not allowed to run at Disney. People are going to run for that ride for sure, so just be aware of that. But Crush's Coaster is always great. We're actually going to go and join the line now. I think we're going to try and just do it and get it out of the way. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but I feel like we just need to tick that one off and then I can say that's done. I always do that on my first day at the studios. And the line for Crush's is 70 minutes right now, which, you know, is quite long, but not as long as it normally is at this time. It's currently 15 minutes into opening and it's already that, so we're just going to go and join it anyway. Whoa, it's so cool. Right, so we just got off of Crush's Coaster, and I have to say, it's such a good coaster. I actually think that is Disneyland Paris. It's got to be up there with like maybe Hyper Space Mountain number 1, Crush Coaster number 2. It's honestly such a stunning roller coaster. I loved it so much. The first half is really well themed, and then when you're in like the EAC bit, it just is a bit dark. That's when the ride kind of, it gets more intense, but it's a bit more bland, a bit more stale, I'd say. But we waited just over an hour for it, and it was worth it. But would I say go and wait an hour during your extra magic hour? I don't think so. I wouldn't actually recommend doing that, because I feel like we've wasted that extra magic hour just queuing for one ride. So I'm not sure. Those who are interested in looking at getting a Premier Access Pass, these are the prices for the studios at the moment. So if we actually look at Crush's Coaster, it's €21 per guest, and that's arriving anytime between 10 past 10 and 10 past 11. But 21 per guest is pretty expensive, but if that's the one way that you want to go onto the coaster all together as a family, that's one way of doing it. Radiator Springs is definitely a little bit smaller than it is over at Disneyland in California. That is by far the best thing at California, is going into Radiator Springs. But here they've just got one attraction, which is the Cars Cat Rally, I think it's called, which is just like a little, almost like alien swirling saucers. But just listen to that. Like, how is this even happening at a Disney park? It's honestly beyond me. Like, I can't believe that they're actually doing that. When you go to Disney World or even Disneyland, you never really hear construction going on. Like, that's something that's done like outside of park hours. In my opinion, I think they should just close this park for the year, but I know they would have obviously lost lots of money doing that, but it is a mess. It really is. We do actually really want to see together a Pixar musical. They are the show times for today. I think we're going to aim probably for the 11:05 or 12:15, depends on when we go and get breakfast, because I am getting a little bit peckish right now. But you've got Together, a Pixar musical over there, and on the other side in Studio D, we actually do have that musical, that mini, what's it called? Mini musical moments. I actually thought it wasn't on, because it's actually not on the app at all, but that's on in Studio D, which is where normally Disney Junior Live is. And Stitch Live, that's one that I avoid. Yeah, my social anxiety is definitely not letting me go into Stitch Live. Same as over at Walt Disney World, I don't go and do the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. No way am I ever going and doing that. Done it once. I didn't get picked, but there's just, I can't do it. I just can't face it. I love how all the flooring begins to change here. We're actually headed into Avengers Campus. We're going to get that done this morning, nice and early, because this also is an area that does go and get very, very crowded. It doesn't look too bad this morning. So yeah, we're going to go and just try and get on both attractions that are here. I actually just love being in this area. This is definitely what makes the Studios park right now. It is such an immersive area. I love the music. It's a little bit like Avengers Campus over in California, where you have obviously web slingers over in California. This one is quite exclusive because it has Avengers Assemble Flight Force. Now that is the re-theme of Rock and Roller Coaster. This here is Pim Kitchen. I have actually shown this on my channel, probably the last 2 Disneyland Paris trips, but basically it's a buffet restaurant, all you can eat. It's €45 an adult and €25 a child, and it also includes a soft drink with it, but it's a great concept. I really, really love it. Basically all the food is either really, really small or it's really huge. So you can get like huge burgers, huge pizzas. It's a great restaurant, but not actually eating here this time. I always love that giant pretzel as well. That's so good. But you can see here like the miniature burgers, or you get like a giant pretzel. It's so good. And also the desserts here are amazing. Pim Kitchen is definitely one that I would keep going back to over and over again, but part of me said on this trip I want to try some newer experiences. I've done that twice now. It is actually very difficult to go and book it though, so definitely make sure you're booking as early as you can, and literally as soon as you book your Disneyland Paris trip, try and book your restaurants as far out as you can. It's actually so amazing what they've done with this. This looked awful really as Rock and Roller Coaster when you think of it. It looked very, almost like 2000s, but it's so technical now. Jack's all kitted for Avengers Flight Force. Love that. I remember when you got that last year. It's actually just gone up to a 30-minute wait. Not too bad actually.
Unfortunately, Tony's right. We've got one chance to save the planet. So no pressure.
It's an Iron Man themed coaster. It's a very, very cool concept. I actually do love being on this coaster, and actually what they've done to it, you'd never know this used to be Rock and Roller Coaster at all. I have to say, I love Rock and Roller Coaster so much. I love everything about it. I am very sad though that there's soon going to be no Rock and Roller Coasters in the world, which is so upsetting. The Rock and Roller Coaster over at Walt Disney World is actually going to be changing into a Muppets themed coaster, which I just don't see how that's even going to work. At least this has got like a bit of more of a grown-up theme. Muppets I really just don't understand, but Disney love to prove me wrong, so here's hoping.
Et écoutez les instructions de sécurité de notre équipage.
Salty! Right, I have to say, that was actually a lot better than I remembered. It was actually very, very smooth in comparison to what it used to be. Definitely smoother than Rock and Roller Coaster over at Walt Disney World, so I don't know what they've done to it, but it was 100% smoother than it once was. As for the coaster, I'm not actually a huge fan. I do prefer the whole Rock and Roller Coaster theme. Like, I love the whole, like, being in Hollywood, the music, the lights. Everything about Rock and Roller Coaster is 100% a bit of me. That is fun. I don't overly love the theme, that's the thing. And even when you're inside, it's just, you're in the dark. Like, that's all it is. There's a couple of lights, a couple of, like, screens in there, but that's really it. So I just feel like they needed to add more, and I feel like every time I go on there, that's the one thing that kind of lets it down. But I like the little pre-show that they have, although they was making us just walk through it today. There was no, like, stopping to actually properly listen to what Iron Man had to say, so that was the only thing. But the animatronic is literally amazing. This Stark Factory is a pizza pasta restaurant. Wow, I've actually never been in here. One, smells good, but look how cool that is. Absolutely huge. So many people just coming in for a picture of this, but I have to say, pizza pasta smells so good right now. Right, next up we are going on to Web Slingers. It's literally the exact same ride as what's over at Disneyland in California. I think it's literally identical. And this one also offers a single rider line. It's only a 20-minute wait. We don't really do single rider, but if you want to go and get on things really quickly, single rider is definitely the way to go and do it.
La Worldwide Engineering Brigade a rassemblé les plus brillants ingénieurs au monde et leur a donné accès à des ressources d'avant-garde pour créer Peter Parker.
Comment ça va? Je suis Peter Parker. Ici chez Web, on a accès à une super technologie, comme le vibranium du Wakanda, qui sont bloqués en mode auto-réplication. Tu pourrais essayer de gérer ça à ta place?
Très bien. Je contacte M. Stark.
N'appelle pas Monsieur Stark!
Danger exponentiel. Tu as peut-être besoin d'aide. Ici j'appelle les Avengers.
Pas de panique les amis, je vais régler ça.
Pensez juste à la bénédiction.
Probably one of the Disney's best. I love that. So we need our web vision for these ones. Glasses on glasses. That is so cool. They are actually such cool vehicles as well. You kind of see it, there's 4 in each row, but we don't actually see each other. We have our own little wall back here. Here we go. Are you ready? We take this seriously, don't we? Let's go do this. Here we go. Time to get serious. Basically, we go and split the web. It's like an arm workout, this.
Enjoy your ride until we reach the impending disaster.
Je suis vraiment content.
Start clinging.
Go, go, go. Giant pretzel. Keep doing hand pull.
We did get him, but
Oh, look, my mum. Oh, it's so many. There we go, so that's our group score there. Well done, Mum. Yay! Tell me your secrets. I'm feeling very hot and sweaty after that one. That is a pure workout every single time. Honestly, I should be like bodybuilder after that. Like the amount of times I do this in a year, so good though. Such a good attraction. Wow, they have all the like top scores here. I think, is that the top scores today? I think maybe. I actually really love the gift shop. All good things obviously end with a gift shop, and this one here has all of the like Spider-Man and also just general Avengers stuff a bit further over here. But this section here is all the Spider-Man stuff, and it's all really, really lovely with all this like web branding. It's actually really, really nice. A weird shape, but I do like that. I actually think it's the coolest mug ever. I like almost like a jug, but it is a mug. It is 15 euros for it. It actually reminds me of like when you're in Pim Kitchen and all of your like drinks come in like beakers and like almost like science lab equipment. It's actually really, really cool. These remote control spider bot things, these are definitely the thing for sure. They are 75 euros for them, but they are literally so cool. Like every kid's dream for sure. So cool. Look how adorable this giant Groot is. Like, I want that. I want that on my bed. Like, it would take up like the whole space, but I love it so much. And giant Groot, mind out the way, is €80. Well, that is very pricey, but stunning. I love it. You can also get a smaller Groot as well. He is 35, much more affordable for a smaller group. None of the t-shirts or sweatshirts really stand out this time, I don't really think. Oh, what are these ones actually? I am Groot. That's quite cute, but it's quite Primarky. That's a nice one actually. That is a very, very cute one. Very small though. I think this actually might be a kid's size. They actually have a training centre over there where you can go and meet quite a lot of the like Avengers, Marvel characters, which is pretty cool. I do think you actually have to go and get a virtual queue in the morning for that though. It's something that we've done in the previous vlog. I'm not going to do it this time just because of time, but yeah, the training centre is pretty cool. Au revoir for now, Walt Disney Studios. My stomach is actually growling, like I'm so hungry. So we're actually in Disney Village right now, and we're going to go and head over to Earl Sandwich, which has by far one of my favourite breakfasts on Disneyland Paris property, like for sure. Look, we stumbled across it last year, and it's just by far the best. Oh yes, I heard you calling my name, Earl of Sandwich. I'm coming for you. Breakfast actually better still be on. I think breakfast was on last time until 11:30, so I'm hoping it really better be on. Wow, they actually do a triple chocolate Ghirardelli brownie, which looks so good, but that bread pudding, that is the one that gets me. I love that. Oh, we've got our favourite table as well. This one that's in the corner by this window, actually stunning. We actually always sit here. I feel like it just needs our names on it because this is definitely our Earl of Sandwich table. It's actually such a gorgeous restaurant though. It's actually huge. I never even realised there's even seats up there. It's actually a huge restaurant, but it's actually gorgeous. Just look how lovely this backdrop is, like literally perfection. But for breakfast here you can actually go and get either an English breakfast, which is like your full English breakfast, quite typical, like sausages, egg, bacon, beans, that sort of thing, or you can get a French breakfast, which is a croissant and a drink, or an American breakfast, which is like a bacon and egg muffin, and that's what we have decided to go and get because that by far is the best one. So I'll show you what I've got. I have the bacon, egg and cheddar muffin. It's like Christmas Day came early with its like gold wrapping paper. So let's go and unwrap this. Wait, it's hot. Look at the beauty, like the cheese and the egg and the bacon. It honestly looks incredible. I've actually cut it into half. I actually can't even touch it. It's way too hot. Also it comes with an orange juice. All good orange juices need a shake before though. So that's all shaken and all ready. And then I also went and got the bread pudding. Just look at that deliciousness right there. I cannot wait to go and eat this. The first time I had it, it was just the best thing. So I'm sure it's going to be very, very satisfying. That cheese is hot, but I'm going to go straight in. You can tell that it's been so freshly cooked. Like the actual bread itself, like the actual muffin is so fresh. The eggs are so good. The bacon is amazing. You can tell that they've literally just prepared it right now. To be fair, we did wait about 10 minutes, I'd say. So it's nice that everything is freshly cooked, even though it is fairly busy in here. But that is, I'm going to say it again, 10 out of 10. Like Earl of Sandwich every single time. I've not had a single bad thing from Earl of Sandwich, and this, perfection. It's actually got bits in it, and I love orange juice with bits. Like, I know it's not for everyone. So refreshing. First time eating the bread pudding in 2025. Let's see if it's just as good as it was last year. It's just so good. Like, I don't think I'd ever pick to eat this at home, really, normally. Like, I'd never pick up a bread pudding or anything. But it's so tasty. Like, it's sugary, cinnamony. This is why I come to Earl of Sandwich here in France, because this bread pudding you can't get it anywhere else. You can't get it in the USA parks, and this is what stands out. This is the standout thing. Our friends in low places. This is like our Disney song. Every Disney trip, this song is playing. Love it. Bit of Garth Brooks. This is Disney's smart tip for visiting Walt Disney Studios. They say visit after 3 p.m. No idea why that would even be a thing, but apparently it's a smart tip, so bear that in mind. Right, so we're actually going to go and try to see the Pixar Together musical, which is in the Studio Theatre over at Walt Disney Studios. Hopefully it won't be too long. I think it starts in about 40 minutes time, so I think we won't have to wait around too long, but look how gorgeous it is. I love this musical so much. With all the Disneyland Paris shows, I'd say that they are very, very popular, so make sure you try to get here as early as you possibly can, as obviously yesterday we missed out on Lion King, The Rhythm of the Pride Land, just because they are so popular. So definitely go and give a big chunk of your day to go in and seeing shows, particularly at Walt Disney Studios, because they get very, very popular. The lines are very long. The actual theatres are actually quite big, so they do fit a lot of people in. Oh wow, this is pretty amazing. Yeah. I actually didn't even remember this before. It's very cool. And this is the view that we've got from our seat, and it's actually such a great view. Like, we're centre on. It's going to be a real good show. Right, what film is that? I want to say Nemo.
Inside Out.
Inside Out. Yes, it is Inside Out, yeah. That's Joy. You're actually not allowed to go and film this show, which, to be fair, I think it's a very, very good choice, because this is one that I definitely think no one wants any spoilers for. It's such a special show just to see with your own eyes. So obviously I'm not going to record, but I'll see you on the other side. Seeing it that time has confirmed to me that is the best show by far that Disneyland Paris have ever put on. It was literally stunning from the moment it started. I just forgot how incredible it is. Like, I knew it was a great show, but that was everything. Basically a collection of Pixar music which is played, but the sets are beautiful. You see lots of characters in there as well. I think there was, from memory, Toy Story, Coco. The Coco scene is the most beautiful scene ever on a Disney stage. It was stunning. Finding Nemo, which there was lots of bubbles for Finding Nemo. Literally, I spent the whole time just popping bubbles. And there was also Monsters Inc. I feel like that was all the ones that I can remember. Maybe there's a couple that I can't remember, but yeah, basically it's just a beautiful, stunning show. You actually see the orchestra. The whole thing is an orchestra. You see the conductor. It's actually just live music, and it's just the most stunning show visually. There's some really amazing special effects, which how they do it on stage, I literally have no idea. And we was actually quite close to the front. That show, you need to get there 45 minutes early just to secure a really good seat, because it's one you definitely don't want to miss out on whilst you're here. It's literally just the best show, and it's just put the biggest smile on my face. Like, I love it so much. And here we are, we're heading over to the dark side of Hollywood and checking into the Hollywood Tower Hotel, my favourite ride here at Disneyland Paris. This version here at Disneyland Paris by far is the most intense version. It's actually slightly different to the other Tower of Terror that you have over at Walt Disney World. This one is more kind of ghostly. It's like a little ghost girl. That's the story. It's very, very strange. Disneyland Paris changed it a few years back now. I actually really love the version, and the drop sequence on here is so good. Each tower has a slightly different drop sequence, but I love this ride. It gives me such anxiety going on it beforehand, but it's the best when you're on it. I feel like the cast members in the Paris version are definitely a lot creepier as well. I love how they say bonsoir as you walk through as well. All the library doors are open.
Commande bien reçue sur le tapis. Merci.
Vous ouvrez cette porte avec la clé de l'imagination. Vous venez d'entrer dans la 4e dimension.
Got your parachute? No. You're gonna need it, Sean. God, I think the first time you went on this, you were 7.
Yeah.
Whoa. I was almost 16 when I first went on. Hi Jack. Looking at, oh, you're in character as well. I love it. The Hollywood Tower Hotel bellhop hats, the one that Jack just had on, is 25 euros. I've actually seen quite a lot of people wearing these. They're actually quite nice, to be fair. I don't think I'd actually wear it. Maybe like a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I can imagine like a Halloween outfit. I don't think I'd wear it around the parks though, but even it has the Tower of Terror up at the top, which I really love. Stitch is still taking over everything. He's even taken over the Hollywood Tower Hotel as a bellhop. These are the ears that I've got. They are 35 euros. By far one of my favourite ears that I've actually seen at Disneyland Paris. Even this box of biscuits is really, really nice with the Hollywood California You Are the Star. I really, really like the design on that. They are, well, 12 euros. That's not even that bad. Those of you who have watched me for a while will know just how much I love a pin badge, but none of them that I've seen so far are actually standing out that much. They're very, very random. They have these like skiing ones, which I have no idea what skiing has got to do with Disneyland Paris right now, but they're very, very strange. I suppose if you like skiing holidays and that kind of thing, it's quite a cute pin badge. And then these here are the Disneyland Paris ones, like obviously with the castle. I've already got a castle one, so I'm not necessarily looking for one of them, and I feel like this one is just way too big, so I wouldn't even want that. And even like that 2025, like why is it so huge? I have no idea. I think my favourite one for 2025 is probably this one. That is, it's a pink one, and pink is 15 euros. They have like a colour code system like they do at Walt Disney World. If I actually had space in my bedroom, I would so go and take this home. It's only 89 euros, but look at that. Imagine that being like on your wall at the front of your house, like Hollywood Tower Hotel. That was actually such an intense ride on Tower of Terror. I actually forgot how many drops there are, and actually the drops started from the beginning. Like we literally had no time to just kind of get into the ride. With that Tower of Terror at Disney World and how Tower of Terror used to be here, you used to like go through like some scenes first. This one you kind of just have the ghost girl, and then you just start this drop sequence, and the drops were big. I think we had about 3 or 4 full drops, and it honestly, it's a stomach churner, that one. But I honestly love every single second. I screamed the whole way. It was no good for my sore throat at all, but Tower of Terror, like, it's a 10 out of 10 ride. It is the best for sure. It's actually just started to rain, which is very, very frustrating. We was actually predicted no rain, so I have no idea why it's raining right now, but hopefully it doesn't last long. So we're gonna go and probably go and seek shelter, maybe see a show or something, and hopefully whatever this is gonna pass. It's not like bad, but it's just an annoying type of rain.
20 minutes later.
Oh wow, this is what it looks like in here. It looks pretty cool. This is where the Disney Junior Dream Factory was, and that was like the best show ever. I have no idea what to expect right now with this one though. They keep saying that we are in the cupcake hole. I'm not sure if it's the cupcake hole or the cupcake hall, but cupcake hole sounds good. So I'm going to take that. And it's apparently a game. I have no idea what I've got myself into right now. It's going to be just one of them strange, weird Disney Junior sort of things. But we're in the cupcake hole. It's all fine.
Ils sortent tout juste du four. Je vais les poser ici pour plus tard. Allez mes amis, trouvons le titre de cette chanson.
Hi ho. Hi ho. Hi ho. Hi ho. Yay! 1 point.
Bravo les amis. Regardez.
Wow, we got the bubbles, just like in the Little Mermaid.
Regardez toute cette
Never bother me anyway. He's going down the slide.
Hola a todos, qué alegría verlos aquí. Tú al revés, mi amor, creo que piensas con los pies. Síganme, eso es.
I feel like I need to like hide my embarrassment. What even was that?
It was boring.
It wasn't even boring. Do you know, if you've got kids, that is like the perfect show. Like there was singing, there was dancing, you got to see Minnie really close up. Like I guess that's what it's for, isn't it? But for me, my rating, in all honesty, 1 out of 10, and that's me being quite generous. But yeah, if you've got kids, like they would absolutely love it. It's just weird because Disneyland Paris have some of like the best shows ever. Why they got rid of Disney Junior Dream Factory, I have no idea, because that is like one of the best shows here at Disneyland Paris. So I'm so sad that they got rid of that in August. I actually feel like I missed that news, so I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, that was just not good.
Prepare to enter and play with the toys.
I don't think we're actually going to go and head into Toy Story Playland yet, just because I feel like we haven't really got enough time to go and do it, and everything is so busy over there. Everything's like an hour apart from Slinky Dog, which is like a 20-minute wait, and I just can't really be bothered. I think I wanted to go and do the parachute drop to go and get some good views of the new like construction area, but even that was an hour, so there's no way I'm doing that right now. Walking down here going to Ratatouille is always so cute. I love all the little markets that they've got going on over there. And actually I feel like they've got more this year. They've got them over there and also all the way back here too. So there's actually so many little markets, but they are just so cute. In there they've got raclette cheese, and then over in this one they've got some mulled wine, which actually, that smells so good. And the crepes in this one look absolutely banging. Crowds in this area by far are the worst I think I've seen since probably about 2019 when I went in the summer. It's literally so crowded everywhere you actually go and look. Like, maybe I've just been spoiled the last few Disneyland Paris trips, but I definitely got it wrong thinking it wasn't going to be busy. When you actually can't go and deal with the crowds, always go for a little shop. We love this shop here, Chez Remy, which is in here, and honestly this is the most gorgeous shop in this area. We always find something really good in here, and it's just so beautiful. Like, look at this, the theming, thank you. These little Remy's are so cute with a little chef hat as well. 15 euros. I thought it was actually one of them shoulder plushies, but it's actually not. But yeah, there is the Remy shoulder plushie. That is 22 euros. Not as cute, but I still like it. Right, I'm testing on the chef's hat. Wow, I actually feel like a real chef. I need this with, you know what we saw in the Buzz Lightyear shop, the like chef's apron. That is the cutest with little Remy there. I love it. I feel like this is the full attire I actually need to go and dine in Chez Remy too. This is so cute. They actually have a Bistrot Chez Remy t-shirt too. So you can go and buy the plates that they have over in Bistrot Chez Remy. It is a beautiful, beautiful plate. I'm actually too scared because I don't want to go and smash it. It's so cool. And this here is home of the most French looking Spirit jersey you ever could go and get. It's actually a Spirit jersey. I'm not even sure. No, it's actually not. It's just like a long sleeve t-shirt really, which I guess is a Spirit jersey, but it's not. 46 euros. But it's so French. I've actually never seen this before on all my trips to Disneyland Paris. It's like an Eiffel Tower, like mug holder, like a stand. But look how little their cups are. They're like little espresso cups. It was 45 euros for that Eiffel Tower stand, which I actually don't think is bad. I don't think I'd actually be able to go and take it home, but it's literally so gorgeous. I look at all the macarons. Actually so many there, so many different flavours too. And Disneyland Paris seem to have so much pick and mix as well. So random. They've never had pick and mix before. I love a good pick and mix. Ones like this, my faves. Okay, next up we are going on to Ratatouille. Oh, it's so cute. And in we go into our little rat. It's actually so weird because on this ride you used to have to wear 3D glasses, but you don't actually do that here at Disneyland Paris. Don't know how I feel about it because I actually quite like the 3D element of this ride, but we'll see. It's going to be a first time.
The Chef Remy is waiting for you. This way. Coco vin? No. A simple omelet? Too simple.
It smells so good, this scene all the time. I love that even the wheels are moving on the trolley. Me when I tried to Oh, I love it. The best thing about the exit for this Ratatouille is you actually get to look into Chez Remy, which is the restaurant we're literally about to go and eat in now. We've got 20 minutes to our reservation. We actually sat on a table, I think over there, one of the little tables, but this time I'd love a plate one. One of these big plate ones over here. It's such a gorgeous restaurant. I feel like with the ride not having the 3D glasses, it was actually not too different to what it was before. I actually think it was probably slightly better. I feel like you got to see all the actual like physical props a lot better than you ever did before, which I definitely appreciate, because it's a ride that is a mixture of screens and physical props, and sometimes with the 3D goggles you just couldn't see them properly, so that's one thing that I definitely think I preferred. But yeah, it didn't actually make a difference. Even the screens, they actually looked a little bit 3D at some parts, so it was still great. The smells were still amazing. We're about to go and head into Bistrot Chez Remy. We've actually got about 20 minutes, so hopefully they will let us in. But there's Remy there with his little spoon, and actually this whole area is so cute with all the little like twinkly stars in the trees. It's actually stunning. I actually love being in this area so much. Right, in we go. I'm literally so excited for this. So this here is like the waiting room area. Wow, the attention to detail here is just out of this world. Like, I forgot just how beautiful every little detail is in here. It's Remy. Bonjour, Remy. Look how gorgeous this is. And in we go. Wow, it is just so stunning. I love that anyone can cook, the Gusto book. Still gonna go through. I don't think we're gonna get a plate table this time. No, we still haven't, but we're just over here. Let's see. The seats are actually so cute. They're like bottle caps, and it's got like the Gusto seat there, which is so lovely. And this is where we're sitting. Absolutely gorgeous. We have the plate seats behind us. It's actually really gutting that we didn't go and get a plate seat, because we're still waiting for that experience, but it'll come. I'm sure you could probably go and ask. I just imagine that it would probably be a lot more of a longer wait, because I imagine a lot of people do request it. We've eaten here before, and actually I'm quite happy sitting where we are. It's a very beautiful restaurant wherever you sit anyway. You can either get the Remy menu, which is 45 euros. It's a set menu, so you get a starter and a main course, or the meal menu, which is slightly bigger. It's 55 euros, so it's 10 euros more, and that's for a starter, main course and a dessert. And if you want to upgrade that even further, you can get wine included, and it becomes 75 euros a person. So it's quite a pricey meal, but these are the starters that they go and have. So you can either get like, this is like a salad, seasonal soup, which I had last time. That was really, really good if I remember rightly, so I'm very tempted to get that again. They've got a pear, chestnut and duck pate, and also another sort of salad over there. Main courses here, most people go for steak, but they also go and do roast cod, vegetable stew or roast chicken, but the steak here is so good, and you get to choose your sauce, and these all come with a side of ratatouille, which is just so iconic. And then these are the desserts that they go and have also. Are we all getting the same? Exactly the same. So we're going get a cocktail. This here is the drinks menu. It's actually a huge menu. It's a little bit overwhelming actually, but a lot of it is like champagnes, wines, beers, ciders, and then these are the cocktails for those who love a cocktail just like me. They do a summer spritz, which is like a grapefruit. I don't really like grapefruit, so I don't think I'm gonna like that one. A Parisian sunset, which is the one I think I'm gonna go for, and also have a cocktail without alcohol, which is this peach mignon. are the little fairy lights and cocktail umbrellas at the tables. I love all like the fairy lights and like the giant leaves and like the cocktail stick over there. That was really cool. I remember on our last trip we had to go and select our starter, main and dessert when ordering all at the beginning, whereas this time we was able to go and just select our starter and main, and if we want to go and choose the dessert afterwards we can go and do that, although we all knew exactly what we was getting anyway, so we just decided to order all at the same time. But it's good now that you haven't got to go and rush your order right at the beginning, because you actually might not know if you even want dessert at the end, so you haven't even got to pick a menu until you decide at the end if you want to go and have a dessert or not. Right, so we've got our cocktails. This is the Parisian Sunset, which I have no idea what was even in it. It was like a real mixture of all things. I think it was like more raspberry flavoured, but we've got our little flower at the top, which is also very, very adorable. So I can't wait to go and give this a try. Cheers! It's actually really good. Very different to what I expected it to be. I can really taste the white wine. That's like the strongest alcohol in it, I think. It tastes so good though. I'd give that like an 8 out of 10. I think that could easily go to my head though. Like the white wine is strong. Wine is the drink that gets me drunk. We've got the seasonal soup, which I have no idea what the seasonal soup actually is, but I feel like it's the same as it was last time, and it has the laughing cow cheese in the middle, which I suppose we just kind of like dunk in and it melts. Oh wow. It is really good, like such good flavour. It does need like a little roll, like a baguette or something just to go and like dip in. This is the steak. I actually got it medium. I actually thought it was going to be more rare than this because normally in France they do kind of like undercook things, but it actually looks pretty well done for a medium. So we'll see what it's like on the inside anyway. We've got fries, and also they give you a little pot of ratatouille, which is very, very cute. Last time I remember this being so good. Actually one of my favourite parts of the meal, so I cannot wait to go and try that. I love that they give you ratatouille. And we also have this special chef's sauce, which I have no idea what it is, but it looks a little bit like a sort of like peppercorn sauce kind of thing. I'm gonna go for the ratatouille first, I think, because it just has to be done, doesn't it? I actually really like ratatouille a lot more than I actually thought I would. Like, it's actually so tasty. I'm gonna go and tuck in to the steak. It's very juicy steak actually. Let's go dip it in the sauce. Let's give it a try. In terms of steaks, it gets like a 10 out of 10. Like, it's actually really nice, really juicy, really tender as well. So I think my knife is just a little bit blunt. I mean, that's a bit harder to cut it, but the actual steak is actually really, really tasty. It is our dessert. We went for the chocolate mousse, which I feel like is just like classic Parisian dessert. We actually all got the exact same, so we've actually all got chocolate mousse right now. It's very nice. It's very light, very fluffy. It's a very easy dessert to have as well. It's not very heavy at all, so it's just easy, and it's not really that sickly either. Like, it's obviously chocolate, but it's quite a light chocolate. It doesn't taste too strong. So good. I'm so glad that our meal ended with this. It's like just what I needed. Right, we're finished. Every single plate, pot, completely clean. But I have to say that overall, it's got to be a 10 out of 10 meal. Like, I just loved every single course. So yeah, I would definitely come back here. It's our second time coming here.
Really good service.
Yeah, the service has been really good. Yeah, drinks are really good. Like, just everything about it has been amazing. Gotta say, I'm just so happy with that. And actually, I'm not like overly full. Like, even though I've had a 3-course meal, I feel like I can walk around quite nicely right now. I'm not gonna be doing any like big rides right now. I feel like we're actually gonna go and leave Walt Disney Studios. But it come to €268 in total. So that includes the 2 cocktails as well. So it was actually, it's an expensive meal, but I actually do think it's worth it. The service, the food, everything just makes that restaurant, and it's very, very immersive. I feel like sometimes when you have them big restaurants that are like big fancy themed, they're not really that great for food, but the food in there is real good food. Like, I honestly love it so much. Before we actually go and head out of the studios, we're going to go and check out this shop here, which I was under refurbishment on our last trip, but this always has the best things in here ever. It is absolutely huge in here, but we're going to start over here. We have the Disneyland Paris hoodie here, but I actually got pretty much the exact same thing as this, just in red for Disneyland in California, but this one has got the Disneyland Paris thing on it instead. And then over at the back it actually says Disneyland Paris, and then it says authentic original 1992. This is the like iconic Disneyland Paris t-shirt. I actually have this in green. I do like it in white as well, but it's €36 for it, but I actually really love it. Place mount in Disneyland Park, and then Walt Disney Studios and Tower of Terror. I actually have a deal going on right now as well, which is actually really cool. Is for these 2 espresso cups, you can get them for €15 instead of €30, so 50% off if you spend €20 in store, which is very easily done. They're actually really, really lovely. You've got the partner statue over here with Walt and Mickey, and then this one here says happiness is a state of mind. And I actually haven't bought anything as of yet, so you know, I feel like I might just need to spend €20 or something and get them, because they are literally so nice. And I definitely want to go and do most of my buy-in right now, because I don't really want to go and do it tomorrow on our travel home day. I'd rather get everything packed right now. This is beautiful. It's actually like a desk lamp. It's €40, I think. Yeah, €40. But just look at how beautiful that is. I would love that on my bedside table. I've actually been looking for a new lamp. I'm not sure how bright it would actually be, because obviously I normally have my lamp on for reading and things like that, but I really love it. I would love to add a bit of Disney to my room. Again, all the Disney pin badges are just far too big. I really don't understand what this whole skiing thing is that they're going for at Disneyland Paris right now. And then over here, it's literally just full of Stitch pin badges, which again, it's not what I'm looking for. So I have no idea. Disneyland Paris always let me down when it comes to pin badges. I just can't find any which I think are going to be worth it. Yay, I'd done it. Got my first Disney purchase. It was so good actually. I had so many euros from a trip in, I think it was probably Paris, that I still had. So I've managed to actually go and spend the last remaining physical like cash euros that I had on some very good things, guys. I'm very excited by that. But the shopping hasn't finished. We're actually going to go and head over to Disney Village now, and we're going to go and just continue the shopping. But I don't know pin badges yet. I'm very sad that the pin badge game is not on, and it just hasn't been at Disneyland Paris for a good few years now. So hopefully World of Disney have some good ones. If not, we're going to go and head over to Disneyland Park later on, and hopefully we can go and try the Emporium and things like that, because they sometimes have good ones. I love that they have all these little plaques all the way around near Disney Village. As you come out of the studio park, got here Disneyland Hong Kong, opened 12th September 2005. It tells you how far away it is, 9,584 kilometers. I want to go to that park so badly. And they've also got the Shanghai Disney Resort, which is 9,257 kilometers away. I also want to go to that one too. Right, here we go. World of Disney, a unique shopping experience. I actually cannot wait. I'm in the shopping mood completely right now. Oh, I love it in here. It is so beautiful. It's probably actually the most stunning World of Disney. I feel like the ones in America all kind of just look the same now, with like the brick walls. It's just kind of all the same sort of thing. This is pure magic, this World of Disney. It's so cute seeing all the characters drawn in the stars up there. This is just what makes this one so special. And the hot air balloon is very Disney meets Wizard of Oz. I have never seen these before at a Disney park, but look how cool they are. I literally love them. I actually want them. It's so funny. Can make her own like Fantasmic shop. Fantasmic on a budget. The coats are actually really nice. Very loud, but nice. I actually really quite like this jacket too. I'm not too much of a fan of orange. I feel like orange is definitely not my colour at all. But it's very, very nice for Disneyland Paris. It's 50 euros and you can go and match them with the Disneyland Paris ears, which also are really, really nice with Chip and Dale on there. Ooh la la. French Stitch. How much is he? 35 euros. Bonjour Stitch. This is actually just so shocking. Like, come on Disneyland Paris, up your game. These are so lovely. They're from, I guess, a company, Marcel Travel Posters. You've got this one here, and this one's actually very iconic considering it's not going to be Walt Disney Studios for much longer, but it's actually very, very lovely. And they also have this one here of Bistrot, Chez Remy, and the whole like Ratatouille area. These are the Valentine's Day mugs for this year that they've still got so much stock of. This is totally my quote in life. If you love me, let me sleep. Honestly, nap time gets me through. Wow, this is so cool. So basically, if you have a Loungefly, this is like a Loungefly organizer, I guess, which has different like components where you can go and obviously organize the contents of your bag. It is 30 euros, but that is so clever. I've never ever seen at any Disney park I've been. It must be a relatively new thing because I've been going to Disney parks for a long time, and actually when I went to California in October, they never had these, but I actually really like it with the Disneyland Paris design on there. You've got a Loungefly. I feel like it's something that you've actually got to go and get. Right, there's not many shops left here at Disney Village right now, but this is, I think, the only other shop that's actually open right now is the classic Disney store. So let's have a little look and see if there's anything decent inside. No, I actually really don't know why, but this shop always smells like a fish and chip shop, and there's no fish and chips inside, but it always has that smell. It's crazy. It kind of is like off-putting. I feel like if you bought anything from here, the clothes would have that fish and chip smell. It's the most bizarre thing. Sorry, how strange are these ears? I know there's good in you, father. It's too late for me, son. I'm on the naughty list. They are the most random ears I've ever seen. If you've ever wondered what Darth Vader wears under his costume, there you go. You can get them, look like him, 20 euros. Bargain. This here is such an old school shop. I hope they actually go and shut this down and give it a bit of a refurb. I mean, it's very like iconic, but like I said before, very like 90s, 2000s. It's very, very weird. It's like an old Disney store. But I do love this with like Mickey being in like a spaceship in the middle. And again, these are genuinely all of the pin badges. There's nothing at all. This is the hotel shop at Newport Bay that we're going to go and have a little look in whilst we're back here at the hotel. The window is actually really nice, beach life. We actually thought we'd go and pop back to the hotel because obviously I have my merchandise that I got from the Walt Disney Studio shop. I wanted to go and just drop this off in the hotel room, which is why we're back here. Gorgeous statue here, Mickey with the wheel and all the like seagulls above. I mean, what I'm looking for is a pin badge. I remember years ago they used to do like the pin badges as keys, and I have one for Santa Fe, one for Cheyenne. There was none for Sequoia Lodge on my last visit, so I haven't got one for Sequoia Lodge, and I also wanted one for here. But looking around, I don't actually think there are any pin badges, of course. So yeah, I'm going to go and ask and see if there is one that I can go and find. These are the pin badges that they've got over at the hotel. Pretty much all of them are what we've seen already. None particularly are special, but they actually have just told us that they've sold out of the one for Newport Bay. So it looks like I'm not going to get a Newport Bay one either. You'd think that like the Disney hotels would have enough pin badges, because I feel like pin badge collectors of course are going to be going and getting one for each of the hotels they stay at. Like, you never go to Walt Disney World and then not have a pin badge for the hotel that you're going to. So very, very frustrated. Also, the shop wasn't even that great as it was. It was quite small, nothing in there was particularly that great. I'm probably saying that because I'm holding a bit of a grudge because they don't have a pin badge, but honest opinion, shop wasn't anything particularly great. I think Sequoia Lodge had a better shop. It was a lot bigger in Sequoia Lodge, so yeah, overall, a bit disappointed. It's actually been a lovely 15-20 minute chill over at the hotel, just to rest our legs for a little bit. That's why I actually love being at Newport Bay, because it's not like you have to rely on buses or anything like that. To be fair, all the Disney hotels, you haven't got to go and use public transportation. Even like Santa Fe, which is the furthest away, you can go and just walk to it, so it's actually like not too bad. But I was originally thinking I was going to do a separate haul video for everything that I managed to go and get at Disneyland Paris. However, looking at all the merch at the moment, I actually don't know if it's going to be a whole video worth. So definitely go and check out my Instagram, Journeys with Sam, because I'll probably do more like a real sort of thing with the things that I managed to go and get at Disneyland Paris, because I don't think it's going to be worth me putting it up on YouTube. So 100% check out my Instagram, Journeys with Sam, and you'll see hopefully quite a decent haul over on there. Did notice that I have some of that chef's sauce, which I accidentally spilled down my new t-shirt, which is pretty sad, but I'm actually going to go and change up my ears. So I'm going to wear my Sorcerer Mickey ears, just because I actually don't think we're going to be going back to the studios tonight. I think we're just going to spend the rest of our evening over at Disneyland parks. Oh, this is so perfect at night time with all the fountains. I love them all being lit up purple. And also, if you have a look right over there at the back, you've got the little twinkling trees, which I don't even know if you can make out on camera, but it's just so stunning. This is like the best view. Like, I'd say this is even on par with the castle. And I feel like they go and they change the music at night time. It's definitely not the same as the morning loop that they have, and it's just so magical walking through here. This is by far one of the most magical feelings at Disneyland Paris, just seeing this day or night. It's just, this fills me with so much love and joy, and this is what makes Disneyland Paris stand out so much. Like, just look at this beauty. It's gorgeous. Bonsoir. I actually love this at the entrance. I actually hate this whole spring overlay thing, but this is very cute as you go and walk in underneath the railroad station. I think our plan for tonight, I definitely want to go and look in the Emporium at some point, because I want to go and get as much merch as I can before. We also really want to go onto Hyperspace Mountain, so hopefully we can go and do that. That would be really great. I'd like to go and see the new Disney Towers of Magic from a little bit further back. Yesterday we had a really good view of Disney Towers of Magic. I know they have projections further down on Main Street, on the Main Street buildings, so 100% we want to go and do that as well. well. They've actually got an ATM machine or a bank automatique over in the Discovery Arcade. It's completely free as well, so you don't even have to pay, which normally in these sort of places you do, so it's great that that's free. But yeah, we actually just needed to go and get some cash out because we have a very exciting dining reservation tomorrow at Walt. I've never gone and done it before. I imagine we will go and leave a tip for the waiter or waitress, whoever goes and serves us. So that's why we just gone and got some cash out, because I actually spent it on merch. For sure, a site that just never ever gets old. I honestly love it. But as you can see, Central Plaza is pretty crowded, ready for the fireworks, which starts in an hour and a half. It's actually a bit more busy than it was yesterday, I think. When everyone's actually at the castle waiting for the fireworks, it means that these pathways are literally so empty. There's hardly anybody here, but the Swiss family tree house is looking great tonight, all lit up. Right, we're actually going to go and head onto Hyperspace Mountain for an evening ride on there. It's actually looking very, very dark. I'm sure it used to be better lit up than that. But this Hyperspace Mountain by far is the best of the space mountains that I've ever been on. It basically launches up, and the whole kind of theme concept of it is that the cannon shoots you up to the moon. So that's where it all kind of comes from. It did used to be Space Mountain, then become Space Mountain Mission 2, and then now it has the Star Wars overlay of Hyperspace Mountain, which hopefully they will go and change one day in the near future, because I feel like it's done its time as Hyperspace Mountain. It 100% does need to go and change, but we're going to go head on. It's only a 25-minute wait, which isn't too long at all, and then we'll go and get our space for the fireworks tonight, which hopefully we'll be able to go and get. You can actually hear all the screams as you're walking through the queue. It is definitely one of the biggest thrill rides at Disney.
D'être aggravée par cette aventure. Les futures mamans ne doivent pas prendre part à cette aventure. Merci.
I actually love this station too, with all the lights up there. Definitely the best station for a Space Mountain attraction. And it's actually got two stations, one on either side, so you can pick whichever side you want to. We're all going to be on this side over here. I'm actually so ready for this. I actually feel like I need this to wake up. I'm actually feeling like so tired all of a sudden. So I need a bit of Hyperspace Mountain, for sure. Oh, there's our photo. I look so happy. I actually really, really love that one. I think that has to be number one here. Like, it's so good. Like, the loops, the intensity of it, like, even just hearing all the screams. Like, I love hearing people's reactions to going on that ride, because it's like nothing else. It's so good. That first launch. I do think, though, the picture is in the complete wrong place. Like, I don't understand why the picture is there. Like, it just makes no sense before you even go and do the launch. It's very, very strange. But coaster-wise, 10 out of 10. It's like Disneyland Paris at its purest form. It's so good. It's actually one as well that I never actually find too rough. I actually find the seats aren't particularly the most comfortable at getting in and out of, but the restraints are actually fine. As long as you kind of like sit forward a little bit, just like that, you'll be like completely fine. So yeah, I don't actually find it a headbanger, not in the same way as like Indiana Jones. Oh, look at all the bubbles there. We're actually in space now for the fireworks. We're actually here 20 minutes before fireworks begins. We want to go and see some of the projections on the Main Street buildings, which is brand new for this show this year. So I'm excited to see what they've gone and done with it. When I've actually seen the projections on the Main Street buildings at Walt Disney World Happy Ever After, and they've actually been overly impressed. So it'll be interesting to see how Disneyland Paris go and do it, considering this is a brand new show for this year. But I feel like we've actually got quite a good view. So yeah, there is a lot of people, but actually we're just standing about here. There's actually quite a big gap all next to us, so I feel like it's not going to be overly busy. But yeah, here's our view of the castle, and then we have some Main Street buildings next to us. We could have gone a bit further back to see more of them over there, but I'll probably just go and turn around, I reckon. But I'm actually very, very happy with this view. And according to my app, I've done 17,018 steps. I actually don't believe that. I actually reckon I've done a lot more than that, because surely I have. And here we go, Children on Shoulders begins. I've said this in so many vlogs before. If you go and wait to stand a bit further back on Main Street, this is what you end up getting, which I just hate it. Like, I feel like Disney needs to make an announcement before saying no children on shoulders. I just do not understand it at all.
Disney Tales of Magic.
it's actually snowing on Main Street. Wow, I never even knew that. It's actually snowing. I can't believe they've done this. I actually can't believe Disneyland Paris have done this. It actually snowed on Main Street. That makes it the best. That is the best fireworks show that Disney have ever put on. It snowed on Main Street. Honestly, I'm not over it. I'm still not over it. I need to see this show again, and I can't believe that's the last time I've seen it on this trip. So good. Right, I have my big boy pants on, and I'm actually going to go and brave the Emporium after fireworks, which at the minute it's surprisingly quiet, so hopefully it stays that way for a little bit at least. I'm not sure how, I've never stumbled across this before in the Emporium, but they have this lovely like fireplace with all pictures of Walt and his wife. It's actually so adorable. I've never noticed that before. That's a real lovely nod to Walt. In here is the Dapper Dan's Barbers. I've actually never looked in there before, but wow. They actually have this whole Lotso collection in here, which I've never seen before. I actually feel like Lotso has become the new like Stitch, because it seems that everybody just loves Lotso so much, and considering he is like the villain in Toy Story 3, it's just very weird that they have so much Lotso merch. They've even got this weird squeezy headband thing. This seems to be very popular at Disneyland Paris right now. I do like this Mickey Spirit jersey. At the back it says Mickey in yellow writing. I do actually quite like that, but like I said, I have so many Spirit jerseys. I don't think I actually want to go and buy another one at all, but it is very nice. Look at this roof ceiling. That is honestly so beautiful. Right, well there was nothing in the Emporium, so now crossing the road. Oh no, it's closed. No, it's not. Oh, no, it's closed. The Emporium was just a little bit too busy in the end, so we just kind of decided to just go and leave. I just bought pin badges, but there was nothing there. So, seems like today was not our lucky day for that. Right, we've just gone and made it back to the room. I'm all in my pyjamas, ready for our very final sleep at Newport Bay, which is very, very sad because I just honestly love this hotel so much. It's just such a great hotel. The bed was so comfortable, and I feel like tonight I'm going to sleep so well. But before we went and got back to the hotel, we actually stopped by. We looked at McDonald's, but the queue was so long. We was originally going to go and get a drink from there, so we ended up just going back to the hotel shop, and I picked up obviously a Tropico, so that's going to be my drink for the night. I'd say that my highlight for today has to be definitely Chez Remy. Chez Remy was so good, just as I remembered it being. It's such a great meal. I also really like seeing the new Disney Tales of Magic from further back. The only thing, as always, that I always mention is that there are children on shoulders, which really, really frustrates me. And it's not just children on shoulders. Like, you have children, teenagers even, on shoulders, and I feel like once you get to like at least 3, 4, you shouldn't even be on shoulders at all. Like, it should just be you are like at the side rather than actually on shoulders. So I don't get it. I really, really hate it. I feel like Disney need to actually do something about it, but obviously it's something that's happened for years and years and years now, but it is just so frustrating. But tomorrow we have our very final day, so we're probably going to be spending the majority of it over at Disneyland Park. I'm not even sure if we even go over to the studios tomorrow, but we definitely want to go and get on lots of the classics. And we also have a really exciting dining reservation at Walt's, which I'm very excited for. We've never done it before, so it'll be my first reactions to that, but I'm very excited to be going and dining at Walt's because it's actually on Main Street, USA. Get a table by the windows, and it's just going to be a great view and a great atmosphere, I'm sure. So very excited to go and give you my full thoughts on that tomorrow. Thank you so much if you've got this far, and I will see you guys real soon in the next video. Bye guys.